Another big announcement, and I'd like to introduce you to our athletic director, Denny Crean.
Thank you, Ashley, and welcome everybody, and thank you for being here. We have very exciting news this morning. This is big time for us. We're really fired up about this. We're here to announce the formation of a new sports team, and we're going to tell you a little bit about it. Last summer I had the privilege of sitting in on some of the strategic planning meetings, and at the time our strategic plan called for the formation of a gymnastics team, and we had gone kind of down that path a little bit, and we went to the WVIAC meetings last summer, athletic administrator meetings, and there was a presentation there about National Collegiate Acrobatics and Tumbling Association. And it struck a chord with me a little bit, so we started to do a little bit of research and met some really neat people that are involved in this organization. And Coach Bodkins and I were out in Indianapolis at the National Convention. We met these people in person and just really loved them. We thought they were great, and they had great ideas, and we think this is going to be a real exciting time. It's a new emerging sport for women. It is acrobatics and tumbling. It will take the place of gymnastics for us. And you know, it was interesting, while Carrie and I were out there in Indianapolis, at the end of our convention, another convention was coming in there, and there had to be, what, Carrie, 2,000 cheerleaders of all ages, from middle school all the way up, and they were dressed to kill, and they were just doing all their gymnastics routines and everything, and I thought, you know, there really is a big market for this sport. So we're really excited about it. We're going to have a chance to compete against the likes of Baylor, University of Oregon, University of Maryland, and then obviously Fairmont State has already had this program in place, so that would be a natural local rivalry for us. Rather than me trying to fumble through explaining all the details of what the sport is, we have the executive director of NCATA here today with us. We're very pleased to welcome him. His name is John Blake, and I'm going to turn this program over to him real quick, and then we'll be available to answer questions as the morning rolls on. John, welcome.
My name is John Blake, and I am the Executive Director of the National Collegiate Acrobatics and Tumbling Association, and we're the governing body for the sport of acrobatics and tumbling. To give you just a little bit of background, what this is if you took this skill set that's used in gymnastics, that's used in acro right now, that's used in trampoline and tumbling on the tumbling side, as well as some of the skill set that's used in competitive cheerleading. Take the athletic aspects of those and put it into a unique format that combines the event format from track and field or from gymnastics and put it into an atmosphere as far as basketball. It's a high energy, high paced sport that is fan friendly across the nation. We've experienced great attendances and a great just overall crowd appeal. It's been exciting to see the way that schools have embraced this, and we're excited about Alderson-Broaddus adopting this, and we truly believe that this is going to be a great opportunity for female student athletes in this area. An exciting thing about it is simply the way that it's also going to facilitate an awareness around the country. What we're finding is that the recruiting is pulling from all these different sports and all these different activities and giving these female student athletes the opportunity to truly excel in this skill set and to train it in a whole new way. We're in the process with the NCAA of becoming an emerging sport. It's exciting to see the growth and the potential growth of this. There are over 4 million athletes participating in this skill set currently across the country. That's a ridiculous number when you begin to look at the potential then that this has to not only grow, but to truly excel around the country. So we're excited about that. We're excited about the way that it's regionally growing. We're excited about the conference even. With Fairmont State having the program, we know that you guys are going to have a local rival, and that's exciting to us. Those are the types of things that sports need. The format of it is set up into 6 different events. So just give you a quick overview of that. You'll start off with the compulsories, which is really a true apples to apples type comparison. It's a predetermined event. The first event then that you go into is your acro event. Then you go into your pyramid event and your toss event. Each of those have 3 different heats and everything in the sport has a predetermined start difficulty value. So before you ever step onto the mat, there's a predetermined value for that, and then it comes down to your actual execution score. So there's an execution deduction that then is taken off of that. Real-time scoring, 2 opposing teams. The meet format is set up to accommodate between 2 and 4 teams. And with this format, then after you finish the toss event, you go into a tumbling event and then a team event, which actually has 22 or up to 24 different athletes on the floor at one time. But each event has different requirements, different specifications that highlight different aspects of this skill set. And so again, high-paced, and an entire meet takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And we found again that there's just there's a lot of excitement at these universities. And as mentioned, the current universities that already have varsity programs for this are the University of Oregon, the University of Maryland, Baylor University, Quinnipiac University, Fairmont State, and Azusa Pacific University. Next year we'll be adding a couple of Division III schools as well, UMass Dartmouth and Plymouth State University. So that kind of gives you an overview of the sport, gives you an idea as far as the history of it. The recruiting, again, it pulls from so many different athletic groups that we're really excited to see where these athletes are coming from. They're not coming from just one sport, but we're truly creating new opportunities for these female student athletes from a variety of different genres of sports. So that tells you a little bit about acrobatics and tumbling. The process from here is we continue to grow, continuing to work with the NCAA, and an outstanding and very important relationship that we have is with USA Gymnastics. All of our meets are sanctioned by USA Gymnastics, and we're placing a high emphasis on that relationships for both the historic significance of USA Gymnastics, but also the education and the safety awareness. Those are key things that we have taken and said we're going to make sure that our coaches and this sport is very safe, and that we're educating both the athletes and the younger athletes as they come up in this, so that we can make sure that it stays a great opportunity for female student athletes. So we're excited about that as well. Again, thank you so much for this opportunity. We're excited to partner with Alderson-Broaddus and excited about what this is going to continue to do for an outstanding university as far as to continue the growth and the momentum. And it's just exciting to see that. We're excited to have Alderson-Broaddus as part of the CATA.
Thank you, John. And I just want to point out too, one of the things that the female student athletes in the sport, one of the biggest questions that they may get is what they wear. The uniform is very similar to a volleyball uniform, so we have one on display. That's why it's up here on the podium. Does anybody have any questions? If not, we can do personal interviews. No? Okay, well, thank you.